Hey everyone, happy Thursday. It has been a really long time since I've had the opportunity to do a Cookin' with Miss K video, and I really wanted to do one tonight. So I know it's been a crazy time. It's been 2 weeks of adjusting to this self-quarantine at home, trying to get my son set up with his distance learning. His teachers in school have done a fantastic job, and it's also been a transition for me with my library job to get my students at my school where I work set up with their distance learning too. So we got all the Chromebooks distributed out today. A few people didn't pick theirs up, but they will. So all is good. So things are kind of calming down a little bit. So I hope everyone that's watching this right now is doing well and your spirits are good. So anyway, one of my favorite recipes that I wanted to share is actually from the Healthy Living Program, week 4. I have my little recipe here for me to reference. And I'm currently in the middle of week 2 right now. And I haven't really had a chance to post much about it, but I'm still plugging along on the program. I've cut out alcohol, I've cut out sugar just to give my body a break during this time. And I really wanted to focus on eating clean 100%. Because I'm susceptible to catching bugs and stuff. I wanted to give myself the best possible boost to my immune system, which is why I chose to do the program right now. So this is from week 4, and again, with the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan, we give you 4 weeks worth of dinner recipes. And if weight loss is not your goal, you can eat one of those delicious meals for lunch too. So, and my son and my husband both love the meatloaf sandwiches for lunch. So I'm gonna make a turkey basil tomato meatloaf. And first I'm gonna start with 1 pound of organic turkey. I got this from Whole Foods. And the grocery stores have done an amazing job recently of making sure that the stores are stocked. So I have been able to find pretty much everything I've been looking for. So I have my big mixing bowl, so I'm just gonna dump my turkey in there. And then I'm gonna put in 1/4 of a cup of almond flour. So some recipes call for breadcrumbs, but of course the breadcrumbs have gluten in them, and that doesn't work for me. So almond flour, and I try to use an Italian tomato paste, and this is from Cento, so it's direct from Italy. I just found it in the normal grocery store, and we need 2 tablespoons of that. Whoops, some of it just fell in there. Okay, that's close enough. And this will last for a while, so I can probably get a few recipes out of this tube. Okay, so there's that. Whoops, I just made a mess, so I'm gonna stick that over there. Okay, so now we need 3 tablespoons of fresh basil, and I've already washed my basil, and I'm just gonna give it a rough chop right now. So I'm gonna just kind of dice that up together. I love this little cutting board. I got this in upstate New York when we were visiting my sister-in-law Gay in Ithaca, New York. And it's from an artisan at the farmer's market there. So it's really cool. So it's very handy. Okay, so just a quick rough chop of that. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. And then I'm gonna put an egg in here. And I just dropped the whole fresh organic egg in there. And then I've already measured out a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna dump that in there. And I'm gonna take my little spatula thing and make sure that it's in there. And I'm just gonna kind of mix this all around to get it incorporated. So it has been so crazy cold, and I'm still recovering from my foot surgery. I still have to wear this sexy orthopedic shoe for another week until the doctor clears me. But I've been able to get out into the fresh air and get some, a little bit of exercise with walking. We went for a bike ride, so it's not been too bad. But I sure miss Pilates, that's for sure. So Georgie, if you're watching this, I miss you. And I miss all my Pilates family that I used to go see. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this really good. Let me double check, make sure I got everything. Yep, I got everything. Okay, so once it's incorporated, I have clean hands, so I always put it on the baking sheet with some tin foil down. It just kind of helps, not have such a mess to clean up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this directly on there. I'm gonna get rid of my bowl. And I'm just gonna kind of form this into a meatloaf, which is super simple. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the topping for it. So I have a little bowl right here. And we need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So I need to get my tomato paste back out. And I'm gonna put my 2 tablespoons of that in there. I'm not sure if you can hear that crazy music in the background, but it's, what are you playing, Mason? Fortnite? Or is that Minecraft? I don't know what's happening over there, but he's Zooming with his friends and playing video games. So Mason is not missing out on any socialness. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in basically a 1/4 cup of Roma tomatoes. I don't have Roma tomatoes on hand, so I'm just gonna use these little grape tomatoes. So whenever I cut tomatoes, I always use a serrated knife just because they cut better. So I'm just gonna cut these real quick. Give these a nice cut. And I just also received my shipment for, I don't know if anybody that's watching this now caught my post last week that I'm putting together some care packages for some of the nursing and first responder friends at my son's school and a couple others that I know, and my package arrived. So I am going to put those little care packages together with some Arbonne products. So I've got some fizz, I've got some, what else is in there? Fit Chews, some bars, some smoothies. I'll give them some smoothie recipes just so they have some good nutrition while they're trying to battle this whole, you know, thing that we have going on here. So, okay, that is done. And then I know this kind of sounds weird, but I'm gonna add a teaspoon, or rather a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And this, it just gives it a really good punch for the topping. So I'm gonna add that. And then I have a tablespoon of basil already here, and I'm just gonna, again, give that a rough chop here. Finn McNicholson just came over and checked out what was going on, but he's feeling pretty mellow today. And then just a pinch of salt. So I'm just gonna put some salt in my hand, and then I'm just gonna take a pinch of it, put that in there, throw the rest in a bowl. I'm gonna grab a little spoon, kind of give this a good mix around. And this is just a really good tomato basil topping that's gonna go on the meatloaf. And I think it gets baked for about 30 minutes. And I'm also gonna make some sweet potato fries that are gonna go with it. Okay, so voila. So it was that fast and that easy. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna switch cutting boards. If I can find my other cutting board off camera. And I'm gonna get my sweet potatoes. And I just leave them whole. I leave them with the skins on. And I'm gonna wipe my basil knife off. I usually cut the ends off. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Okay. And then I'm just gonna basically cut these into wedges. Mason, can you turn that down? I don't know if you can hear the Fortnite going on in the background, but that is very exciting stuff here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these into wedges. And then we're gonna toss them with some coconut oil that I've already pre-melted on the stove. And some garlic salt, or garlic powder rather, and some garlic salt. Okay. Mason, can you turn it down? This is hilarious. But I'm sure many of you can identify with that. When I was growing up, it was turn down the music. Now it's turn down the video games. So, all right. This potato looks a little weird. It's kind of weird shaped, so we'll just do the best we can. And if it's extra thick, I'll just run the knife through it again, just to cut that. Okay, so I've got my plate of potatoes, or my dish of potatoes here. So I'm gonna take the coconut oil and I'm just gonna spread it around.
Oh, sorry. I
And then I'm gonna toss it before I add the garlic salt, or the garlic powder and the sea salt. So just to get these nice and coated. And I've posted this probably 3 or 4 times. I totally prefer the sweet potatoes cooked in or roasted in coconut oil over olive oil. It just tastes better. And my friend Allison turned me on to that trick. Okay, so I'm just gonna take I'm gonna give this a little shake and put on some garlic salt or garlic powder. I keep saying garlic salt, I mean garlic powder. And I kind of do a generous little of it. And then I'm gonna put the sea salt in as well. So, and then I think I probably have some sort of vegetable in the refrigerator that I'll probably make with it. But boom, that was 10 minutes or 11 minutes now with the recording. So anyway, if you try this recipe, let me know. I hope everyone is doing great. If anybody needs anything, needs ideas on cooking, baking, any ideas like that, just let me know. Okay, so eat clean, you guys, take care of yourself, and have a fabulous night. Thank you for watching.